I'm going to show you how to apply and remove the wax. So I've got my gloves on. First thing I'm going to do is use my skin prep oil. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this. You don't want the skin to look oily and shiny, it just needs to look hydrated. So if you feel you've used too much, you can use one of the cotton strips just to blot away any extra and you can still use that. So now I'm going to grab my stick and take a little bit of wax. For the first time, just do a small bit. Wipe the back of the stick onto the side of the can, and you want to keep turning the stick so none of the wax goes onto the floor. So I'm going to hold it at a 90-degree angle, let a little bit of the wax run down onto my arm, and then apply the wax in the same direction as the hair growth. So when I lift this off, there can be a little bit of a string. So I'm just going to move this back and forth so the wax drops back onto my skin instead of on the floor. And then I can set the stick onto the side. So for applying my strip, I want to make sure I have a handle. So because I'm going to be taking it off in the opposite direction, I need here to make sure I have a handle to hold on to. So this area has no wax. So I'm going to smooth down in the same direction as the hair growth, avoid rubbing back and forth. And then I'm going to take it off in completely the opposite direction. If I lift up and away from the skin, it can bruise. So the easiest way to do it is remove it as quick as possible. So now I've taken that off, I can apply a little bit of the cooling mint lotion. A little goes a long way with this, so a teeny tiny drop will cover a large area. And that's it. So just some little tips for while you're doing this, because it's just you waxing yourself, when you've used one of the sticks, you don't have to keep putting it in the garbage or on the side, you can leave it on the side of the can. Eventually it will get too sticky and you will need to throw it away and grab a new one, but save yourself sticks and you can set it on the side and use it again. Also with the smaller sticks, when you apply them, you want to make sure you're using this rounded end, and to get through more of them, you can always break them in half. So again, you don't want to use the splintered end, but this then gives you two sticks, so you can reuse them twice. Also, when you're using your strips, you want to make sure that when you're applying it onto the skin, that you go right to the end. So here, I could have put this section further down here. I've still got my handle, but it means that once I've used this, I can then fold it, and I've given myself a new handle here, and I have a new area of strip to use, instead of using a small area and then throwing this straight into the garbage. So just be careful where you're placing your wax, and you can get the most out of your strips and your wax.